Well, the U.S. Supreme Court is considering a case that could fundamentally transform abortion rights in America. It's being asked to overturn the landmark Roe v. Wade ruling in a case in Mississippi. CBC's Magda Gabriselesi is at the Supreme Court building in Washington and joins us now live. So, Magda, what is being argued today?
Well, I can tell you that the arguments have actually already begun on this case. And before we get into the details of the argument, I want you to take a look of, just how many people are out here, how many people are interested in this case. And you really have people from both sides of this argument. You have those that are hoping that this case is going to bring an end to a woman's right to have an abortion. And then on the other side, you have those that are hoping the Supreme Court will uphold that right. At the center of it all is this Mississippi law that bans abortions beyond the 15-week period in a pregnancy. And this is a law that makes exemptions for medical emergencies, but not rape or incest. Up until now, the lower courts have blocked it, and that's what brings us here today. The state, Mississippi, is hoping to essentially challenge the landmark ruling of Roe v. Wade, which gave women the right to have an abortion. It also prevented states from banning abortions before viability, so before the 20-week mark in a pregnancy. And what we know is that there's also another ruling, another case that upheld abortion rights that will factor into this case as well. So you've got this Mississippi abortion provider, the only licensed one that is challenging this law and is putting up this fight, calling it unconstitutional. Take a listen to what people on both sides of this debate have to say.
48 years ago, 9 men in black robes made a decision that they had no right to make. They took the place of Almighty God, and they declared an unjust decree, and it was open season on the unborn child. And so we are looking and hoping and praying that that would be overturned.
I'm here today because I'm here to fight for the rights of the patients that I have the privilege to take care of. And that right includes access to abortion.
May I ask you what you do for a living?
I'm a gynecologist. I think, this moment is actually fairly terrifying because I'm really concerned about the patients that I care for. I'm concerned about the patients, or anybody who can get pregnant throughout the country, because we're really going to roll back many decades and lives will be lost.
Now, you can expect everyone here to remain here for a while. The arguments just got underway in this last hour.
And Magda, this is the second time recently that the Supreme Court has been asked to deal with the issue of abortion. So can you bring us up to speed on that a little bit?
Yeah, so the court heard challenges to the Texas abortion ban, and this is one that prevents abortions beyond the 6-week period. Now, we know that in that case, when it comes to enforcement, the state's not involved. It puts the enforcement of that law into the hands of, say, private citizens who can sue anyone that helps a woman get an abortion beyond that period. So what we saw there is abortion providers and the Justice Department challenging that ban. Now, you can expect that a decision in those cases and in this one here is not expected anytime soon. We could be waiting several months before we know how this is all going to go.
Okay, Magda, thank you so much for the updates. We appreciate it. CBC's Magda Gabriselesi in Washington for